Today, people complain about the price of artisan sourdough, 17 quid brunch, organic this, sustainable that. Back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, British working class mums were absolute magicians. They didn't have organic butchers or farmers markets. They had a few coppers, a block of suet, and whatever offcuts the butcher was practically giving away at closing time, and they used it to feed an entire family. These were the ultimate make-do and mend dinners. Some were incredibly comforting, others traumatized an entire generation, and we're still not over it. Today we're ranking 20 forgotten working-class British meals. Make sure you stick around for number 7, the stomach-filling delicacy that either filled you with joy or absolute horror. Number 14, the dinner made entirely of sugar and bread when the money ran out. And number 20, the ultimate rock-hard pudding that put millions of kids straight to sleep, whether they wanted to or not. Let's get into it. Number 1. A classic old school dish cooked in milk and onions. The smell filled the entire house. You knew what was for dinner before you even opened the front door. Some people loved it, others didn't. It's one of those meals people still remember. Number 2. A traditional savoury dish made from minced pork and wrapped in fat. A Midlands and Welsh favourite. Served with bright green mushy peas and thick gravy. A proper old school classic. Number 3. Liver and bacon with onion gravy. A well-known dish often served as part of family dinners, paired with bacon and rich onion gravy. A familiar sight on the table in homes across Britain. Number 4. Stuffed hearts. Taking a cut of meat, stuffing it with sage and onion breadcrumbs, roasting it whole, then slicing it on a plate. It was one of those dishes that looked unusual but actually tasted quite nice. The kind of meal that would surprise modern kids because it's so different from what they're used to. Number 5. Brawn. Also called head cheese. Slow-cooked cuts of meat set into a savory jelly using the cooking liquid. It's set firm. You'd slice it and serve it cold with vinegar. The texture wobbled slightly. You could see pieces set inside it, an acquired taste that most people never quite took to. Number 6. Pig's trotters. Slowly cooked until tender, rich, soft, and full of flavor. They'd cook for hours until everything was ready to eat. You'd eat them by hand. Messy, sticky, and very filling. Cheap, practical, and actually quite enjoyable if you grew up with them. Number 7. Mince and massive dumplings. A small amount of beef, mince stretched into a big pot with water, gravy, carrots, and onions. And the secret weapon, giant, heavy suet dumplings. Each one the size of a cricket ball. They'd soak up the gravy and fill you up fast. You'd eat 2 and feel completely full. Proper smart cooking. Your mum knew exactly what she was doing. Fill everyone up so nothing went to waste. Number 8. Steak and kidney pudding. A suet pastry filled with meat and gravy. Cooked slowly for hours until it became a dense, rich dish. Smell filled the house all afternoon. You'd cut into it and the gravy would pour out. Proper comfort food. Heavy, filling, and built to keep you going for the rest of the day. Number 9. Corned beef hash. 1 tin of corned beef mixed with a large amount of potatoes and onions, all fried together. The potatoes were the main part. The meat added flavor and made it feel like a proper meal. Cheap, quick, and surprisingly satisfying. Number 10. Spam fritters. Thick slices of processed pork dipped in batter and fried until golden and crispy, served with chips and beans. A proper chippy favorite. Tasted great. Not something you'd think about too much, but everyone enjoyed it. Number 11. Panackelty. The Northeast classic. End of the week. Fridge nearly empty. Everything left over went into one dish. Meat, vegetables, whatever was there. Topped with sliced potatoes and cooked slowly until golden. Every bite slightly different. Nothing wasted. When it worked, it was brilliant. Number 12. Toad in the hole. Sausages baked in a large Yorkshire pudding to make a filling meal. The sausages might have been basic, but once cooked in the batter and covered in gravy, it became something special. A clever way to make a small amount go a long way. Number 13. Dripping on toast. Late in the week when money was low. Beef dripping saved from a roast, spread thick on toast with a bit of salt. Simple, rich, and full of flavor. Not something people think about now, but back then, it was a proper meal. Number 14. Sugar sandwiches. 2 slices of white bread, a bit of margarine, and a layer of sugar. Crunchy, sweet, and incredibly cheap. Kids loved them. Parents made them because they were quick and filled a gap. Simple and effective. Number 15. Condensed milk sandwiches. A slightly more special version. Thick condensed milk spread on bread. Sweet, sticky, and very popular. Felt like a treat even though it was simple. Number 16. Bread and milk. Also called pobs in some places. Stale bread in a bowl with hot milk poured over it. Maybe a bit of sugar if you were lucky. Basic, warm and filling. Made when there wasn't much else. Number 17. Spotted dick. A steamed suet pudding with currants served with custard. The name made everyone laugh. The pudding itself was heavy and filling, but with custard it worked. A classic school dessert. Number 18. Bread and butter pudding. Old bread soaked in egg and milk, baked until golden. Crispy on top, soft in the middle. A brilliant way to use up leftovers and turn them into something genuinely good. Number 19. Tapioca. A milk-based dessert with small soft pearls. A very familiar school pudding. Not everyone's favorite, but it definitely filled a gap. Number 20. Jam roly-poly. A rolled suet pudding filled with jam and served with custard. Dense, filling, and designed to keep you full. One slice and you were sorted for the evening. A proper classic that did exactly what it needed to do. Number 21. Potted meat on toast. Not the nice French pâté. Proper British potted meat. Came in little glass jars, ship'ems usually. Looked a bit mysterious. Tasted better than it looked. Spreadable preserved meat set in jelly. You'd spread it thin on toast because it was quite strong, quite salty, quite distinctive, but it lasted forever in the cupboard and provided protein when there was nothing else. Emergency food that became regular food when times were hard. Number 22. Spotted dick. The legendary steamed suet pudding packed with currants and drowned in bright yellow bird's custard. The name made every school kid giggle. The pudding itself made every school kid groan. Dense, heavy, stodgy, but smothered in hot custard. It was actually quite nice. The kind of pudding that would sit in your stomach for hours while you drifted off on the sofa. Number 23. Bread and butter pudding. Refusing to throw away rock-hard stale bread, instead soaking it in egg and milk, adding sultanas, baking it until it formed a golden crust. The ultimate waste not want not dessert. Actually genuinely delicious. Crispy on top. Custardy in the middle, made from ingredients that were basically destined for the bin. Your nan was a genius. Number 24. Tapioca. Frog spawn. Everyone called it frog spawn. The infamous lumpy school dinner dessert that looked unusual to say the least. Little translucent balls of starch suspended in milk, sometimes pink, sometimes white, always memorable. The texture was divisive, the appearance even more so. But it filled a gap, and in working class Britain in the 70s that's all that mattered. Fill the gap. Keep the kids fed. Move on. Number 25. Jam roly-poly. And here it is, the heavyweight champion. A rolled suet pudding slathered in cheap strawberry jam, wrapped in greaseproof paper, steamed or baked until it had a hard crust, served in thick slices with more custard. So dense and heavy it practically sent children to sleep. You'd eat a slice, be completely stuffed, fall asleep on the sofa by 7. Your parents would get some peace. That was the point. This wasn't just pudding. It was a tactical masterpiece deployed by exhausted parents who needed the kids quiet by 8 so they could have one calm hour before bed.